Please welcome our Grand Marshal, three-time NFL Defensive Player of the Year, Houston Texans defensive end, J.J. Watt.
Drivers, start your engines!
$1,600 feet to the start line as Dale Earnhardt Jr., two-time winner of the 500, is going to make that hard left turn.
And Mike, what I look 100,000 people on their feet anticipating the start of this race. Green flags in the air. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing at Daytona, boys.
46 to 48 laps. This first stage is the exact same length as the dual race, 60 laps. So you pit now, you can go to the end of stage number one. I would not be a bit surprised over the next few laps to see some drivers hitting pit road.
Here they come, Larry.
Zero speed in 4, 5, 3, 2.
A lot of those fast forwards come to pit road. Regan.
Well, Kevin Harvick spots the 40th pit stall, first stall in. Rodney Childers says he likes that stall. It's going to be gas only for Kevin Harvick. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. hits his pit stall. They wanted to pit a couple laps ago, but he couldn't get in off the bottom. Matt.
Joey Logano eases into his box. They're going to just top him off with fuel. The gas man, Chris Conklin, connected. Todd Gordon says, you are gone.
Kyle Larson was one driver I saw that took tires, but most were gas only.
And he was the only Chevrolet that pitted with all those Fords.
I was going to say, did you notice anything about the group that came in? They were all
Denny
Fords.
Hamlin loose off of turn 4. Just saved it there. I don't know if he was trying to come to pit road, possibly. Here's a shot. Oh, I see Denny Hamlin's 3 wide in the middle.
Oops.
Oh, just so close.
I think right here it's Blaney's got to worry about himself. He'd like to help Keselowski, but he just can't do it. It might jeopardize him winning this stage. So I think he's going to hold what he's got.
Yeah, William Byron's shot was right there. Blaney did a great job blocking the bottom lane.
On the top side, Ryan Blaney brings him to the green and white checkered flag and wins stage 2 in his Penske Ford.
Mike, you help when you can. You help your teammates, but when it means it's going to hurt you, you got to just worry about yourself.
Want to peel off early if you're coming, and some of them are.
Boy, a bunch of them did, but not our leader.
Whoa! Car goes around in the trial, the spin, sliding out of control. B.J. McLeod brings out the caution. Stenhouse has wrecked on pit road with Tyler Reddick. Another car is sitting littered in the grass, and we're under caution. That is the 52. That's Cody Ware.
I think Reddick got the left rear tire of Jimmy Johnson, then Jimmy couldn't get in his pit stall.
That's one of the most difficult things in the world to do, is running 200 miles an hour and try to get on pit road under green conditions.
You can see Stenhouse too close to the pit wall. I don't know if they're going to even be able to get the left side up on that car.
Tyler Reddick out of the Xfinity Series, involved in that. We're going to watch the red number 52 of Cody Ware and B.J. McLeod in the 51 coming into frame here at the top. And there's Tyler Reddick. All of them in their first 500 start, and it's on.
Yeah, and I just wonder if McLeod was trying to get woed up, and I think Cody Ware had no idea he was coming to pit road.
And you're right, Jimmy Johnson did get collected in that. 3 drivers, Daytona 500 rookies, get piled up here.
Yeah, again, Cody Ware just right on the rear bumper of the 51 of McLeod, and it just got in the back of him and turned him into that group.
That took the whole left rear quarter panel off Jimmy Johnson's car.
And these are cars that are slowing down, trying to get a pit road.
48 there at the bottom.
Yeah, here comes Tyler Reddick, gets turned sideways. His right rear quarter panel. Man, what an incredible shot, seeing the debris. You can see the rear bumper of the 48 is stuck in the deck lid of that.
Reddick's car came into Johnson's like a cheese grater and just took the whole. Look what's left.
There you go.
They're not going. I mean, this is big trouble because they're going to have a hard time putting fuel in it. They've got to make those repairs. That's pretty heavy damage.
BJ McLeod picks up a bunch of turf, and because of the position of the stopped cars, pit road is going to remain closed here for this.
Why did they choose 20 to go, DW,
well,
and now do it?
Yeah, we're setting up for the finish.
Crash!
Uh-oh.
Kyle Larson.
Wow.
It's Joey Logano. Now Kevin Harvick's going to
trouble.
Keselowski. Caution.
5 back to the next group. Caution down.
Might that look like another left rear tire? Maybe made contact and got the left rear tire knocked down.
Benedetto! And everybody!
Good.
Oh,
no. Are you kidding me? This is big. Wow. But it.
Boy, it just reminds me of the Clash. Same type of carnage that we saw where these cars were going everywhere. A lot of damage as they all got to turn 3.
Well, that ruined everything.
I mean, sometimes I'm speechless. I'm speechless.
You know, there's just those feel-good stories that build in a race, and boy, Matt DiBenedetto was doing such an amazing job.
Oh man, I know he was.
So let's go to the Goodyear blimp as drivers climb out or try to make their way back to pit road, and look at the outside lane. DiBenedetto and Paul Menard.
Yeah, Paul Menard giving a pretty nice push down the back straightaway to DiBenedetto. Gets to his right rear. Oh yeah, that just starts to turn him a little bit.
Got him in the right rear.
And then he collects Menard.
Yeah.
Logano just misses it, but the whole outside lane and half the inside pile up.
And this is exactly what we were just talking about. At this stage in the race, you can start to taste victory in the Daytona 500. You want to see that checkered flag, and you'll do anything to get it, and you know you've got to be more aggressive with those bump drafts.
It looks exactly like the Clash. I mean, all those cars, third turn, all those cars wadded up, sliding up the track with sparks flying. It looked so much like the Clash.
That is the 17th of February, looking way too much like the 4th of July.
Amen.
Fireworks everywhere.
Yeah, and it really and truly, it was Paul Menard. He gave DiBenedetto a little shove, but it was on the outside, on the right side, and that just turned DiBenedetto into the outside wall, and then it was on from there.
And a different situation than we saw in the clash between Menard and with Jimmy Johnson, but it was a similar thing when we heard the spotter on the 21, Menard say, well, he zigged and we zagged.
And in this case, Menard told his team on the radio, I just bumped him a little too hard.
Yeah, I mean, what are you going to do? It's the end of the race. You're trying to help that guy. You're trying to help DiBenedetto. You're not trying to wreck him, but just bad judgment. Look at that 10 car.
Almirola's number 10.
Look at David Reagan underneath the 10 of Almirola.
David Reagan, see what springs he's running. Look at that.
All those sparks flying.
My gosh.
Man. Oh, he's going to turn the 30. Oh, man, he almost turned the 34 McDowell.
Great save by McDowell. Now, here we go. They wrecked again.
Larson and Stenhouse. You won't believe how Ryan Preece shot the gap and got through there. I can't believe it.
But you know what I can believe? They wrecked again.
Actually, this wreck ended up happening because the 17 of Stenhouse dove to the middle. There really wasn't much of a hole there. Collects Larson the 4, knocks the 4.
Kevin Harvick, he goes up
to
the hill, hits the
infield.
wall, and here comes the 13, gets into the 2, spins him around.
And Logano looks low. Top lane gets filled. It's Kyle. Kyle Busch in the top lane. Logano on the bottom. McDowell, the second yellow car. Where will he go?
So interesting that McDowell decided to go with Kyle Busch, but here comes Eric Jones on the inside. Denny Hamlin.
Hamlin off turn number 4. No, side-by-side battle to the finish this time. Denny Hamlin wins his second Daytona 500 and wins it for Coach Gibbs in Toyota.
In the 11 car.
Wow.
What a day for J.D. Gibbs, for Joe Gibbs, for that whole team. Mike, that's storybook stuff right there.
That was meant to be.
So get in again, my friend. Nice work.